Hello everyone. Today we're gonna be discussing Star Wars Outlaws, which is actually, like title says and like the thumbnail says, actually great game. I'm kind of a little bit pissed off with all these biased or trend reviews we are having lately. But before we start reviewing this game, actually honestly and as it should be done by everyone, I want to thank Ubisoft for providing me with the access of the game. I partnered up with Ubisoft to produce this content, and I could also not create this content, but I did because I usually get a lot of free games, but most of the time I'm not even doing any reviews because sometimes I don't like the game. But this one, actually, I'm so impressed. I'm even can't believe that Ubisoft actually created this game, and it's better than it was during the reveal trailer. And you can see, for example, comparison videos, because everyone liked when it was revealed, right? And it's right now game is actually not downgraded but upgraded, which is also kind of unusual for Ubisoft. But I don't know, people are still looking at the Asmongold Gold reacting on his 2005 monitor, 1080p monitor, IGN review recorded on compressed PS5 in 1080p, but people also watch that twice compressed because Asmongold is also compressing video, and they're judging game basically based on that. So now you tell me how honest and actual adequate that is. So we're gonna do some pros and cons about this game. There's a lot of pros, a lot of cons, so let's get started. First, actually, I want to talk about not visuals or gameplay or anything like that, but actual soundtrack of this game. This game has really good soundtrack. It's mixed between Star Wars, not grandiose and orchestra and like movie blockbuster soundtrack, but actual interesting, bounty hunterish, mysterious Star Wars music mixed it into Assassin's Creed soundtracks, which is for me is a very good combination. And I think this sound like Assassin's Creed 2, maybe Far Cry 3, and this game are like top 3 the best soundtracks original, which also matches very well the setting of the game. And I know I always think that soundtracks are breaking or making a game. Like Valheim, the soundtrack was super important for a game, and also Minecraft, for example, soundtracks were very important. Just imagine Valheim and Minecraft in different soundtracks, the game would have been the same. There's no chance. Second good thing about this game is exploration and world build in this game, and exploration and how live world feels and looks, and animations and all little details and small its attention to detail is amazing. I don't want to hear about visuals being bad in this game. Visuals are fantastic in this game. Grass, winds, smoke, neon lights, every little details on walls and characters and everything is fantastic. It's like I can't believe actually Ubisoft did this. Actually, it's very detail oriented game, and everyone is doing something, creating some weapons in shops. There's a lot of spaces like in the cities, like there's a lot of population, and everyone is doing something. When you are walking around, you are actually okay. This is like actually you are in a Star Wars universe, some of the city, and you can just I was just at the time I was just walking around just seeing like actually they put a lot of effort in this game because it's very interesting and very unique. It's not like they are repeating themselves. Every vendor in the city is, for example, the first on the first planet is like very unique, very interesting. And when you are in this setting already, you are kind of agreeing about these mechanics going on in this world, right? Like again, Asmon was like laughing about how a sandworm was worse than what is this some mech game by Elden Ring developer, right? It's like unfair comparison. Like it's like crazy to compare those two, first of all, and it's like world feels live. You don't have to have mechanic of the worm in this game. It's just the visual appearance that in this world, say something exists, right? In some vendors in the cities, for example, they are now not like you can buy everything from everyone. Obviously, it's not a real world simulator, but as a visual representation that NPCs are doing NPC stuff naturally and they're doing something interesting. It's very important for me. It creates illusion of the live world. It's not on a level of RDR2, for example, when you can interact with every NPC. For example, someone is sitting on a bench, or you stand in front of them and they're gonna start while you are looking at me and start fighting you. And it's not on that level. Obviously, it's not. But as a visual backdrop, as a background, it is there and it's very good. Ubisoft actually fixed this one thing I always had problem with, which is start of the game. Start of the game in every Ubisoft game was Assassin's Creed start of the game starts when you start the game after 3 hours or 2 hours after intro, you will be able to actually play the game, and they fixed it. Okay, it's not like that. The introduction in this game is really elegantly done, really well. The game is introducing you to the mechanics really politely, not pushing you too much. It's connected with story very nicely, very unique, good location as well visually. So start of the game, actual introduction is really good and impressive, and I liked it a lot. Well, and also mission design in this game is pretty good because it's not like repetitive. I mean, every game's mission can be, oh, do something here, do something there. That's like boils down to that one way or another, no matter which game we are talking about, right? It's gonna be Star Wars or it's gonna Need for Speed. I don't care. I mean, everything is like go there and do this, go do there and do that. I mean, every mission is like that, but there's a new unique twists and turns sometimes happening in the missions, and sometimes the mission is changing objectives, and this game has a lot of those and beautiful locations as well. Sometimes I was just traveling through the map and I saw, for example, a canyon, and I went down the canyon, found rare materials for upgrades for a blaster. It was very interesting to just find some things in the world, for example, and when you do this, mission changes. And that's a very interesting good thing. It feels very natural. Also, this game has a reputation system and faction system, which is very interesting, unique, uniquely implemented, because you can be good for all three. You might ask why I would even care about reputation in this game. Well, you should, because these specific factions have specific vendors, and you are getting discounts as specific special gear from each vendor, and you have to basically decide which one you like most. But it's not like super straightforward. They're not telling you we're gonna give you this type of gear. You should not grind, but actually choose to see who gives you what and how, and they're giving you actually specific missions, different missions, right? You can have like bad reputation for pikes, for example, one of the factions in the game, and they are not giving you missions anymore because you are not like reliable person for them, but other two will. So it's up to you to decide which faction you like more. They are all more or less same. They are all just greedy and want to gain more and more power, but there's a choice there. And if you have bad reputation in one of the factions, you can't go freely on their location. Sometimes they hunt you down on a speed blaster or whatever motorcycle it is. And it's very interesting, very unique twist, and you should balance it out or just go all crazy on one of the factions and have very bad reputation with them. So it's up to player to decide, and it's a very interesting mechanic, I feel like. Also, one of the most important things for me in the game is animation amounts, and how, for example, you get in and out from the car, or if you are missing steps. Sometimes, some characters are just sliding, they're just having walk animation, but they are sliding into the world, right? They are not even actually physically moving, they're just walking animation and sliding. This game has everything in that direction done really well. A lot of animations, even if you are stuck in like very tight location in your motorcycle, I'm gonna call it motorcycle, you will have like different animations how your character moves on and off the vehicle. That's also very interesting, little small but very important gameplay element for me. And on top of that, you have these big space open locations, which is I mean, I'm not big like squadrons and flying around fan of the in space, but this game has actually different stations in space, even like bounty hunters and different stations, like small big like city locations in a space. So you can do different missions in space. Basically, like it's like two games. So as in like hunt, and there's a shipwrecks, for example. You can just go there and gather materials for your ship to upgrade. The problem is that enemies are staying the same, and you are just easily can get rid of them. You are just gaining some stuff. It's just like basically, you know, game on top of the game in arcadey squadron style, I feel like, and it's nothing like it's not very deep. I think they could have done something more interesting or add more characters related to the space gameplay, but it's just, you know, retrieve some items, loot, go to the station, just get more coins, and that's all. But it's still very interesting. Ship looks good. You can customize your ship and explore these big, huge shipwrecks and different stations. Now, guns. Now, before we go to bad stuff about this game, which is also a lot, I'm gonna talk about like on 50-50 features in this game, which is, for example, guns in this game. You have only one blaster, which is like pistol, revolver, or call whatever you want. It kind of sucks because game gives you also access to enemy weapons, so when you kill them they drop sometimes weapons and you can pick it up and use until ammo lasts. But as soon as you climb or, you know, go on your vehicle or do anything basically which requires your hands in a game, you drop the weapon. Right now I understand they want you to focus only on your blaster and upgrading it, and to be fair, you can upgrade your weapon in many different ways, so it's like 6 weapons, maybe 5 weapons in one. But visually it looks the same. You can customize it visually, obviously cosmetically, but it doesn't feel like very satisfying. But also I understand their decision, and I also understand that if they will let you have all these enemy weapons for a long time, then it's gonna lose you know, importance of your blaster. So I think they should have done something like this. For example, when you are in a mission, you can keep that weapon. But if you finish the game, you finish the mission, you should lose it. I think that would have been more interesting situation, because sometimes I was in a situation when I had a sniper rifle. A sniper rifle is very, very strong, and I wanted to go on higher location to see more enemies, but I was not able to, because as soon as you go up using a rope or something, you drop the weapon. Now, bad things. Bad things are AI. Okay, AI is pretty stupid in this game, and stealth is very, very, very big part in this game. I also like and dislike this whole thing. Actually, Ubisoft games should be called slash stealth game, because Splinter Cell, Assassin's Creed, even Far Cry and these Star Wars are very, very stealth oriented. And in soft stealth, it's not like you should only do stealth, you can just kill everyone. But for example, if one enemy detects you, like whole station knows about you, they're just alerting everyone and just calling recruitments right away, and you are in a very stupid situation like I'm showing you right now, and it's just not fun. It's just not fun. Also, the enemies are pretty dumb. They're not even giving you like huge problems, right? Or some unique like Last of Us 2 type of thing. It's just, you know, hoarding at you, coming at you. Just very, very basic stuff. Yeah. And the combat in this game in general is very just accept the rules, you know, it's nothing unique. If you're gonna think about it too much, you will not enjoy it. Stealth is also like 7 out of 10, but combat, when it comes to action combat, is like 5 out of 10. Plus you have this RDR2 style Deadeye situation going on. When you have like adrenaline meter filled up fully, you can just click on free enemies and you can blast them with your blaster, but the enemies with shield, you can't kill them like that. Also you can kill these enemies like only method actually to kill enemies on when you are on your bike is that Deadeye, which is also kind of sucks. I mean, I feel like they run out of ideas, or they don't want it to do like I don't know what they're thinking about it, but I don't like it. I don't like it. One more thing which is usually problem with a Ubisoft game is leave area after you finish the game. Now, I understand if you finish the mission, you should be able to just leave area on your own, but for some reason, when you finish mission in some location, game tells you to leave area to finish the mission, and it feels so bad for some reason, and it always felt bad. When it was on Far Cry or on Assassin's Creed, I don't want to be teleported necessarily to outside of the location, but also maybe mission can be designed in a way that you are at least close to exit or something like that. When you are middle of the location, but you finished your quest and only other objective you have to leave the area to finish the mission, it feels so bad for some reason. Also, this game had very good potential when it comes to puzzles and opening doors and stuff like that, because what they have is like door picking and some, you know, just some random, very easy find right combination game basically, but they could have done it more like maybe, I don't know, other games. I'm not gonna name many, even though I could, but they could have done it more variety at least. It's a lost potential there for sure. One more thing is connected to your reputation and wanted level. Now, reputation is with factions, but wanted level is with Empire, and this goes a little out of control sometimes, because if you kill a few of these Empire soldiers, right, your wanted level goes up and it not comes down until they kill you. And even if it's like wanted level is on 50%, it's so bad you can't play the game. Basically, you should stand there and just let them kill you, because game is basically unplayable if wanted level is like on 50%. How about performance? Performance is more 50-50, I guess. It's not very bad, it's not really good, it's not really well optimized game. I'm playing on a 4070, and with the frame generation, game runs well. Without it runs well as well, but the game has ray tracing everywhere, so it's very strongly implemented in the game, ray tracing, reflections and this and that, so you can change still settings, but it's not very well optimized. But I mean, game is featuring very large, beautiful locations, so that's kind of understandable. So in general, I feel this game is really good. It's next step for Ubisoft open world games. Game that has done a lot of things correctly, and I think reviewers should review this game honestly and actually play the game and not go with the trends or what everyone else says. So game is pretty good. I recommending playing this game if you are a Star Wars fan or not. I'm not Star Wars fans, for example, but I still enjoyed this game a lot, and if they're gonna release DLCs and stuff, I'm gonna play those DLCs as well, because like I said, open world, small big details matters a lot, and this game got many things correctly. Thanks for watching, sub, like and comment. See you next time.